Good morning. Today on Spotlight, inside a new report about how women are driving the workforce across Michigan. They're playing an important role even in the face of some key barriers. Susan Corbin, director of the Michigan Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity, will tell us more. And later on our Sunday morning program, getting ready for America's 250th anniversary. Are the fights and debates we're having now the same as our nation's founders? Oakland County Circuit Court Judge Michael Warren will tell us. He's the author of a newly published book entitled The Revolutionary Words That Forged America, the definitive guide to the Declaration of Independence. It's Sunday, June the 7th. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. You recently put out a report, Women in Michigan Workforce Report. Pretty detailed report, lots of good facts, lots of interesting information. What surprised you the most?
Well, what I found most disappointing is that in this latest report, women are only earning 79% of 79 cents for every dollar that men are earning. I remember when I was starting college in 1980, women were earning 65 cents for every dollar a man earned. And we made great progress for about 20 years. I think at our peak, women were earning 82 cents for every dollar that men were earning, and we saw a slight dip in that this year. Women are only earning 79 cents for every dollar that a man earns.
And what do you attribute that to? What do you think is driving that?
I think there are a couple of factors. First, we know the barriers that women face and the things that can waylay a woman's career. Women still traditionally are the caregivers, so that means they have responsibility for childcare, and they have responsibility oftentimes for taking care of parents or older people in their families. So that can put a woman back in her career. That is a barrier that we know exists.
What percentage of the workforce here in Michigan are women, and is that growing or is that decreasing over the last period of time?
Women make up about half of our population, and one positive in the report is that women make up just over 50% of our workforce. Men saw an increase of about almost 6% in their wages, while women saw less than a 3% increase. So men almost doubled the percentage of their increase over women. We know that there are a lot of women in healthcare jobs, social services type jobs, and those traditionally are lower paying jobs. I think if we look at the healthcare industry, 5 out of 6 of those positions are held by women. But those are jobs that we need. When we look at jobs that women are in now, we know that jobs in healthcare are only going to grow, and that we need to attract more people into those kinds of career pathways.
I know this is a major concern to Governor Whitmer. She has certainly talked about it. She's a female leader of the Great Lakes state. How do we compare to other states, or do we know that?
I would say that the trends that we see are trends that are happening across the country, yes.
All right, so we are not unique.
Yeah, the barriers that women face in Michigan in terms of childcare are barriers that we see across the country. Yeah. But you mentioned the governor, and this has been a priority for her administration, to look at the issue of childcare. She was one of the I've been in state government a long time. She's the first governor I know that brought in an advisor to her office to advise specifically on childcare. She created a department that is focused on early education and childcare, and we have made strides. We know that we don't have enough daycare centers and childcare providers across our state. But since the governor has been laser focused on this issue, we have seen over 1,000 new facilities open across our state. We now have a pre-K program for all, and we are at our highest enrollment in terms of children who are enrolled in pre-K. And that's something that, lifts the child care burden off of families.
Right. All right. We're going to take a little break. We'll come right back. We'll pick up on that because it's such an important topic, and obviously it's affecting the bottom line numbers and the overall economy here in Michigan. We'll be right back with Susan Corbin, the director, right after this. Is the United States way behind the rest of the world?
The United States is an outlier. I think we are one of only 6 countries in the world that does not have a national policy around parental leave, around family leave when we have our babies and our infants. It's certainly a factor and a decision that people need to make as they start their families. What kind of leave what kind of leave is their employer providing? What kind of things can they cobble together those first critical months when a mother and father are home with their baby?
Mm-hmm. How are you going to kind of close this gap between the earnings that men have and women have, as well as the access to the type of jobs that you think women are going to be interested in, because obviously they have the same interests that men have in terms of moving throughout the workplace. You're doing a lot of training, correct?
Yes. We need to capitalize on the positive things that we know about this data and about our economy. For example, one of the positive points, when I was starting college, only 5% of lawyers were women. We now know that 50% of our lawyers in Michigan are women. We need to continue supporting women so that they're on strong career pathways. We place strong value on registered apprenticeship programs. We know that in Michigan, when someone completes a strong registered apprenticeship program, on average they are earning over $80,000 a year. Unfortunately, women, when they complete an apprenticeship, are only earning about half of that. That's because women are completing apprenticeships in healthcare, social services, childcare. We want to encourage more women to go into some of our strong skilled trade apprenticeships.
So that'd be like STEM?
Yeah, and also STEM opportunities. We're working hard on STEM education across, K-12 across the state of Michigan, attracting more girls into STEM careers. But when I talk about registered apprenticeships, we've also made some significant strides in the number of women participating in apprenticeships. The percentage is still only about 12%, but we've seen a 200% increase in women participating in apprenticeships in Michigan over the last 10 years.
Sure, and it certainly helps, at least in terms of confidence levels, when they see women going to the moon as well.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Let me ask you, the University of Michigan recently, I think as of May, put out their consumer sentiment index, and it was the lowest that it's ever been, or the highest, or whichever way you want to. I think they refer to it as an all-time low of, I think it was 48.2%. That has to impact what you do over at the Department of Labor.
It does. In Michigan, we often say Michigan is the canary in the coal mine. We've had some strong tailwinds the past year and a half. With tariffs in Michigan has created a great deal of uncertainty among our, auto companies, among, our manufacturers, among, many employers in Michigan. But, what we try to do is, look at the data that we do have. That's why this Women in the Workforce report was so critical. That gives us solid data to work on. And, I tell the people in our department, we just need to put our head down and do the work. We know positive things that are influencing the work that we do in Michigan, and we need to continue on that pathway.
Final question, there have been lots of changes in Washington and certainly in Department of Labor. Some have just been personnel changes, some have been for political reasons, whatever else. even in terms of how we count the numbers and when they release the numbers. What impact, if any, does that have on you on a statewide level?
Well, we have seen some delays with our, with our data, with our, labor market information, and so, that's not helpful to have those kinds of delays. Hopefully, we're back on track in terms of, getting that data on a monthly basis as we always have in the past. But when we think about what's happening at the federal level, we try to look at opportunities. The Department of Labor has issued RFPs for a lot of grant dollars. We are pursuing every grant dollar that we can. One really interesting grant that we have gotten in the past few months is $8 million to help build out our shipbuilding and marine industry workforce here in Michigan. We know that there are over 300 employers in Michigan that are suppliers to the Navy and to the defense industry, and we want to make sure that we've got training and programs in place to support our workforce so that they are prepared for those kinds of investments and those kinds of jobs.
And I imagine you're keeping a very close eye on what's happening with Selfridge Air National Guard Base.
Yeah. And our job at LEO is to make sure that we've got the workforce to support the activity that we know can happen at Selfridge.
All right. Director Corbin, thanks so much for coming in and sharing all this information. And do you do the report annually? Will we see another one coming out maybe next year?
It's not been an annual report. We've issued this report twice since I've been director, so I would anticipate that there'll be another report in a couple of years.
All right, very good. Thanks so much for coming in. And when Spotlight returns, I'll share with you a conversation I had the other day with someone who teaches constitutional law at Western Michigan University and has been sitting on the Oakland County bench for more than 20 years. Judge Michael Warren on his new book about the Declaration of Independence. That's up next. The revolutionary words that forged America, the definitive guide to the Declaration of Independence. What made you decide to do that in your spare time off the bench?
Well, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they're endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That when any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to establish new government, laying its foundation such principles and organizing its power such forms of them to seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Those words from the Declaration of Independence.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
And I couldn't have done it. Okay.
Well, that's all right. They were revolutionary in 1776. They remain revolutionary today. And I've been inspired by those words ever since I was in middle school and in high school. And so, with the upcoming of the 250th anniversary, I thought, I was surprised. I thought there would be a bunch of books that were out there that would do kind of a line-by-line review of the Declaration of Independence.
There weren't.
And there weren't. The last one that was done was like 125 years ago. And it was good, but not great, and they had errors and all kinds of other things. And I said, our country, our people deserve to really and need to know our founding first principles in history.
Why should people care about the Declaration of Independence as we celebrate America 250?
We had a bunch of founding first principles that we laid out for the whole world to see when we established the country. And it defines who we are supposed to be. The rule of law, unalienable rights, limited government, the social compact, equality, the right to alter or abolish an oppressive government. That's what we're about. And sometimes we get caught up in, Taylor Swift and her boyfriend, or, we're rooting for the Pistons and the University of Michigan, go blue, that kind of stuff. And we kind of lose sight that we have this miracle of a country that is like no other in the world. And it only stays that way if we stay true to our founding first principles and understand our history.
Judge, are the fights that we see today similar, different than the fights they were having when the founders wrote this Constitution, or is it totally different?
Most people, when you ask, why did we declare independence? that might say taxation without representation. Maybe you'll hear about quartering troops. There's actually 28 grievances, and which are what the British were doing to oppress American liberty and freedom. And so we listed out 28 reasons why we declared independence. So those are called the grievances. And the book goes through each grievance,
Right.
and you'll see parallels of what's happening today to what happened then. And you'll also see that many of the grievances are addressed in our Constitution. So in 1776, we said, we're out of here, goodbye. We broke up with England, we fought a war over it. And then when we put together the Constitution, we had these 28 grievances, so okay, we need to make sure that those are addressed. For example, the suppression of the right to the jury. Jury trials were a fundamental right of those who were accused of criminal offenses, and the British took that away from the Americans through a variety of acts. We rebelled against that. John Adams wrote that of all the offenses of the British, even worse than taxation without representation was the suppression of the right to the jury. So we've protected the right to the jury in our Bill of Rights.
Which goes to the basic premise, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly.
By a jury of your peers.
Exactly right. And so we've protected that in the federal Constitution, and in Michigan we have the Declaration of Rights that most people don't know about that gives that same right to people in state trials. We don't have a king anymore because we railed against the abuse of the king. We created a representative democracy or a republic in which we elect our representatives. They're supposed to be accountable to the people. We created a system of checks and balances and separation of powers, and one that is accountable to the people as opposed to an oppressive tyrant who is the king.
All right, we need to take a little break. I want to come back. I want to pick up on that and whether or not we have a system that still protects us against a king. We'll be right back. Stay with us. You say in your book that cultural and political suicide, we're at risk of that potentially. We also talk about the greatest threat to the U.S. Constitution might be from within the United States, not by some foreign powers. A recent poll came out that said the majority of Americans believe America is no longer the place to seek immigration and where immigrants can come and seek their freedoms. Does that suggest that this thing that was written 250 some odd years ago no longer holds? It's worn out, it's welcome?
If we all understood our founding first principles that come from the Declaration, the rule of law, unalienable rights, limited government, the social compact, equality, and right to all to abolish an oppressive government, if we were united on that and actually understood them, that I think a lot of the divisiveness, I think, would dissipate. And I'll give you an example. Unalienable rights. What does that mean? It's kind of an awkward phrase. It means that your rights come from God, the Creator, from nature and nature's law, not from the government. That we aren't servants of the government serves us. And because we are touched with the hand of divinity, we have that divine spark in us, that we have certain rights. And we don't need to go and beg for our rights from the government. That is completely opposite of the rest of the world. Most of the world lives in countries where the government gives you licenses or privileges to be able to do things. We believe the opposite. We believe the purpose of government is to protect our rights. There are clearly politicians today that believe that the government should have the authority, it's not a right, they have the authority to do whatever it wants, redistribute wealth, to social engineer things. If that's your starting groundwork, then our freedoms and liberties are at risk.
Do we need more legal checks on the executive branch?
Barack Obama had the pen and the phone. There's a lot of executive orders under Biden, a lot of executive orders under Trump. And the part of this is because the people have not held the Congress accountable for not acting. And I think in part that's because we don't fundamentally understand that it's the Congress that's supposed to be taking the lead, not the other branches.
As someone who's part of the judicial branch, do you believe that the last maybe defending protection that we have right now is the judicial branch, and that the judicial branch, if it does this job correctly, then what our founders put into writing 250 years ago should hold no matter what the political extremities are.
Clearly, the judicial branch is indispensable to protecting our freedoms and liberties and ensuring the integrity of the constitutional order. That's our job. We recognize that way back in Marbury versus Madison in 1803. I think there has been a tendency in a couple of the other branches to say, well, we'll just pass this and we'll let the courts sort it out. People shouldn't do that. You should take your own independent view of the Constitution and determine whether or not what you're doing is constitutionally sound. And the courts have sometimes been excessive in what they've been doing. And they need to take a step back and say, you know what, I wanted to solve, I like this certain policy, so I want to rule a certain way, but the law is a different way, and then they go with their heart as opposed to the law. That's not right.
You want to be a member of the Michigan Supreme Court, and
Yes.
later in the year it will be decided whether or not the people decide to put you in that position. I say that just because obviously if you're in line to seek that position, then you must be optimistic about the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution, and believe that it will hold no matter what.
I am optimistic, and I'm hopeful that this 250th anniversary of the Declaration will serve as an opportunity to renew our faith, and that people will pick up the book, The Revolutionary Words That Forged America, the definitive guide of the Declaration of Independence. It's available on Amazon. To really understand it, embrace it, renew the spirit of America. We're old enough to remember the bicentennial,
Yeah,
and
we
that was a great opportunity for us to kind of all reacquaint ourselves with the Constitution, the Declaration, and now we're at the 250th, and we ought to take the same opportunity.
All right, Judge, good luck with your book. Thanks for coming in, sharing all this information, and I'm sure we'll be getting you back in the not too distant future to have a different type of
I love it.
conversation.
Thank you. God bless you, and God bless America.
All right, same to you. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks to Director Corbin and Judge Warren. I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the spotlight. We hope you have a great week.